Se você é um apaixonado por filmes faroestes, você está no canal correto. Apenas faroestes. Filmes e séries inesquecíveis. Curta esse canal. Inscreva-se e participe do seu crescimento. Compartilhe nas suas redes sociais. Apenas faroeste.
It's been a fine day, Lila. I didn't expect anything like this when I rode in the river bend this morning.
You're not trying to tell me that you gotta go already, huh?
Afraid so. Mr. Cartwright wants us back to the herd come dark.
That's 2 whole hours away.
17, black or not. No one.
Hot! Ah! We lost again. That's the hungriest roulette wheel I ever saw.
I drove first.
Come on, Lupe.
We need a drink.
Bets down, Tony?
2 beers, buddy. All right, Shorty.
There's gonna have to be a roundup in here before we go anyplace.
How about it, Lupe? What? 1 roll. Low man buys the drinks.
Go ahead. I gotta get lucky sometime, Shorty.
Seems more like a lifetime since we left Clearwater.
It all came back today, didn't it? The barn dances, the band concerts. Hey, why the tears?
It's awful nice to say hello to an old friend. Not so nice to say goodbye.
You still can't lie with a hoot. Come on, what's the matter?
Candy, do me a favor.
Sure.
Just ride on out of here. You hear me?
No, not till you tell me.
Take care of the ones at the saloon. I'll take care of these.
How big of a herd are they running?
About 600 head.
Let's find our horses and get back to the camp. Come on, let's move.
I thought these fellas might put some fresh money in the sheriff's till. Now I'm sure of it.
Come on, fellas. Come on. Come on.
Where's Candy?
He's inside talking to a girl. He'll be out in a minute.
Mister, we run an open town here, but we don't like trail hands coming in and trying to take it apart.
Well, I'm sorry about that. You're right, Sheriff. Of course, I'm taking them right back to camp.
Well, those are your men.
Yeah?
Then you're the one who pays the bill. Now, there's no charge for scaring the citizens because they're getting used to it by now. But that lamp and that water trough your man shot up will have to be paid for.
All right, Sheriff, you're right. How much?
I figure about $30.
$30? That lamp chimney should be worth about 25 cents. As far as that trough is concerned, a wooden plug and a hammer fix up that leak.
$30, somebody goes to jail. Then with bail and cost, board and all that, it'll pile up fast. back anytime.
I'm afraid your prices are a little high.
Then you better be sure you take all your men with you. Because any I find sleeping or drunk are going to jail.
So you shed a few happy tears.
Yeah.
Candy, come on, we're moving on.
I'm staying here, Joe.
No, Candy, please.
If you want to do me a favor, ask your pa to give me my pay.
Here he comes. You ask him yourself.
Come on, fellas, let's move out. We've got a hurry to move up the trail. If you two can tell yourself...
Mr. Cartwright, I'm staying here.
Candy, we got a sheriff who'd like us to move out.
I met an old friend, Lila Holden. She needs some help.
No. He's mistaken, Mr. Cartwright. I don't need any help from anyone.
It's not that I'm leaving you short-handed. You got more drovers than you need.
That's not the point, Candy. I'm trying to tell you something. The sheriff would like us all to move out.
Agreement when I hired on, Mr. Cartwright. I can quit any time. You can send me down the road any time, right?
True enough, but you just heard the young lady say she didn't need any help.
Mr. Cartwright, please, my pay.
You want your pay here, right now.
That's right.
You didn't tell us you had any friends here in town.
I didn't know it till I rode in.
You sure?
Sure. Thank you.
Good luck. And don't get in any trouble. It's a rough town. Saloon?
Take it easy. Well, girl he hasn't seen in a long time. Strange town. I think Candy's asking for trouble.
You mean he ain't going with us?
I'll tell you about it later.
Of course, I must say, if she looked at me like she was looking at him, I think it'd take about 40 horses to pull me out of here.
All right, let's go.
That roulette wheel stole 19 of my dollars. How about you? 12. Let's get back. How are we going to do that? What'd you bet on? Red.
Me too.
Well, now we'll bet on the black. Let's go get it.
All right, at least tell me this much. Do you want to stay in Riverbend or do you want to leave?
Oh, Candy, I want to leave this town more than anything in the whole wide world.
Then why don't you? Stages come and go every day.
All right. House wins again.
Oh, money. It must be money. How much do you need?
It would take at least $50.
32. I'm 18 short.
No, Candy, I don't want to take your money. Look, just forget it. If you left right now, you could catch up with Mr. Cartwright, and I'm sure he'd give you your job back.
There's a money stretcher over there.
Now, you wait for me right here, and I'm going to make 50, 60 out of this in a real hurry.
No, Candy, whatever you do, don't.
$27 red, even. No winners.
Candy. Hey, Candy, old buddy. How's your luck? How's the luck? How's it good?
Place your bets, gentlemen.
Black. Come on. Come on.
12 red and even. No winners. House wins again.
Listen. Let's switch back to red. No, black. Candy's betting black. Well, all right.
All bets down?
This wheel's rigged.
Wait a minute, buddy.
All right, boys, let's get our money back. Candy, I got him! Hold on, Lupe.
All right, get out.
Oh, Sheriff. I didn't know.
Lila. Come here. You spent a day talking to this one. Who is he?
Oh, Candy, just another drover.
Not another one of your friends. You're not trying that again.
Oh, no, Claude, of course not.
Well, get out of sight and stay out till I tell you different. All right, on your feet. Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Come on, you two.
Kind of got a little delayed, Mr. Cartwright.
600 head of cattle to move and you get delayed.
Yes, sir. We was coming right back, but Lupe sort of got pinned down. Well, not exactly pinned down. I mean, knocked down. It was purely terrible, Mr. Cartwright. It was a crooked wheel. And Candy got annoyed. I never seen the likes of it, Mr. Cartwright. Candy and me and Lupe snatching at the money they stole with that crooked wheel. And the sheriff pounding Candy. And Candy hammering him to a pulp. And then knocking them around that saloon. Just hammering them and hammering them.
What happened to Candy?
The deputy knocked him over the head with his gun butt. With his gun butt! How you like that? After all that pretty fighting.
I understand you had a bit of trouble here.
You might say that. Yeah, that's quite a herd of beef you're moving. Horn tells me about 600 head.
You keep a pretty close check, mister.
Booker, Claude Booker. And we like to know where we stand. We don't set the tariff on problems like these unless we know a man can pay for them.
I've got two of my men in jail here. What's the bail?
Well, the bail's set at $100. Damage to town property is 200 more.
It's a bit steep, isn't it?
If you think so, go take a look at that saloon they wrecked.
All right, let him out.
Now, this only pays for the one called Lupe. There's no bail set on the other one.
What do you mean, Candy?
That's quite a name he has. Maybe he won't be so sweet time we get through with him.
Get back to the herd.
Mr. Cartwright.
Get back to the herd. All right. Now, since when do you keep a man in jail without bail for breaking up a saloon?
Whenever I feel like it. The law says I don't have to let anybody out on bail unless I figure they'll be here for the trial. That one doesn't look too dependable to me. He's the type that'd skip town and not have to go after him. He's better off where he is. Until the trial judge gets here.
All right. When'll that be?
2 or 3 days.
What are the charges?
Charges? Mister, I got a list of them. Destruction of property, assault with intent to kill, interfering with an officer in the performance of his duty, resisting arrest. That's only the beginning. And each and every one of these charges can cost him $500 and 6 months in jail. Your boy's gonna be a lot older and a lot poorer before he's out there busting up another saloon.
How can we see him?
Help yourself.
How you feeling?
Pretty good. How's the other fella?
Well, that's where we got a little problem.
Yeah, I know. I heard him.
We're trying to get you out of here, Candy, but it's going to take a little longer than we figured.
Who wants out? All the comforts of home. Of course, I'm going to miss old Lupe.
Candy, you're going to need a good lawyer.
Well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Cartwright. But I don't need a lawyer. I can get out of here all by myself.
Now, don't be ridiculous with a sheriff like that out there.
Let's get one thing straight, Mr. Cartwright. You don't owe me any favors. I'm not asking any.
I'm not giving any favors. I'm offering.
That's the way I want it.
All right. I'm going to stand here arguing all day. Come on, we've got a herd to move.
But Pa's offering you a lawyer. Now be smart. Take him.
Joe, thanks. But I don't need it.
All right, suit yourself.
Take it easy, buddy.
See you later, Hoss.
In case he wants to buy some stamps or send a telegram.
You take good care of your friends. We'll try to do the same. Unless he gets in his head to break jail. We got a way of handling that, too. A long pine box and a short reading of the scriptures.
That's $2 for holding the horse overnight, including feeding and use of straw.
$2?
Yeah.
Well, what if... Well, I ain't got it. I...
Back in the jail.
Jail? I just came... Mr. Cartwright! You hear what he said he wants? He wants $2 just for holding my animal overnight.
If you've got any objections, take it up with Sheriff Booker. The regulations is posted in his office. Prisoners are responsible for all costs in holding their property while spending time in jail. $2.
Here.
Okay, get your own horse. I'm going to get myself a beer.
Lupe. Get your own horse.
Thanks, Mr. Cartwright.
Mr. Cartwright? You just bailed one of your drovers out of jail just now. Why not Candy?
Well, we tried, but Sheriff Booker said no.
Then you just tell him to stay right where he is. No matter what happens, he mustn't try to leave. No, don't come any closer.
What do you mean, exactly?
Just what I said.
Ma'am, Candy's locked up over there behind bars. He ain't likely to go no place.
Well, now you just do what I tell you, you hear? Other men have been locked up safe in that jail and have got killed. I know. I know.
Holden.
Lupe, you get back to camp. Joe, you go with him.
Maybe you get started. I'll catch up to you. I got my horse down the saloon. All right.
You and I better find this Miss Holden, find out what this is all about.
Yeah. Don't you think we ought to split up?
Yeah. You go back there, I'll look out here.
Yes, sir.
Miss Holden!
Oh, please let me go.
We will, Miss Holden, but first we got to know a little more about those men who were killed in that jail.
But I told you. Oh, I know.
Not quite, ma'am. You hadn't told us who they were.
Or why they were killed, or how.
But I've nothing more to say. I've nothing to say to you, nothing whatsoever. Claude, keep them away from me. Please, Claude.
What are you bothering the girl about?
Well, Candy stayed behind in town to be with Miss Holden. We were just trying to find out how Candy was acting when he was in the saloon.
You run along, Lila. How much trouble are you looking for, mister?
Oh, it's Joe's.
Hey!
What do you want?
What are you doing with my son's horse?
Storing it, $2 a day, feeding the straw. Read the regulations.
I asked you a question.
Sheriff?
Get your hands off him. What are you holding that horse for, Clemmy?
Well, Horn told me to. He just put the owner in jail for breaking up the mirror at the Sapphire Saloon. Come on, boy. Come on.
One thing about this hotel, the guests are in no shape to pick a room when they check in.
How long have I been here?
10, 15 minutes. After what happened to me, I thought you'd have enough sense to stay out of here.
Yeah, staying out was easy. I was getting in it was a problem.
I can understand breaking out of jail. Why would you want to break in?
To keep you alive.
That whack on the head must have shook you up more than I thought.
It's not funny, I'm serious. You know, that girl you were talking to in the saloon?
Lila Holden, what about her?
She told me to tell you to stay put. Some other men tried to break out of here and they were killed. She was afraid the same thing might happen to you.
$400.
The 400 is just for the damages. And boy, you was running up quite a bill. Bar mirror that came all the way from San Francisco. 2 tables, 3 chairs, 7 bottles of whiskey.
Now, look, you can call it damages. I call it robbery.
Your privilege, as long as you pay.
And suppose I refuse to pay?
I'll impound 100 head of your beef.
$400.
Now, about the bail.
Never mind about the bail. I want to talk to my son before we discuss bail.
Show Mr. Cartwright the prisoner.
Well, why? Guess you're a little surprised to find me in here, huh?
Nope. I'm not surprised at anything you do anymore, Joseph.
Kind of mad at me.
Nope. No, I'm not mad at you. You want to spend your time in jail here other than help take the herd up the trail, that's your business.
Oh, look, I never said...
I'm not going to bail you out.
Got your comeuppance, didn't you, boy?
Hoss.
Yes, sir.
Better get back to camp and get the herd started.
Yes, sir. Paul, do you think that sheriff really thinks you're angry with Joe?
We'll have to wait and see.
Who's so far?
Well, Corker Samuels and Bud Purdy.
Pair of good men, yes sirree. Corker's been mayor of Riverbend going on 10 years, and there ain't a better feed and grain store anywhere than Bud Purdy's. What'd they say about Booker?
Various things. What do you think about the man?
Oh, why ask me? I'm just a barber.
Well, from my experience, a barber shop is where most of the influential people in the community congregate.
Oh, now that part's right.
And Barber seems to know more about the community than even the mayor.
Well, I do know a little bit about what goes on in Riverbend.
But you know a whole lot of what goes on.
I've shaved him since he got the star. That's, let's see, 9 years come April. Now, he does his job. Nobody's going to argue about that. He's never been caught stealing or drinking to excess. He likes the ladies, but that's not against the rules since he ain't married. He's had to kill 4 men, line of duty.
4 men, huh? Gunfighters?
2 of them were. The others... Sure nice talking to you, Mr. Cartwright, and hearing about the ranch.
Well...
You come back soon.
I sure will. There you are.
Thank you, Mr. Cartwright.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.
Hello, Sheriff. What'll you have?
A shave.
Some talker, that one. He was here for an hour, and I couldn't get a word in. Not one.
I bet.
Beef stew, fresh bread, and hot coffee. You're getting the same food I get.
You got my sympathy.
Yeah, mine too. That stew even smells tough.
Keep on, I'll make it bread and water and forget the bread.
You saw it.
Forgot to turn the key. The door's unlocked.
Oh, no, he didn't forget. He wanted you to see it.
I try to go and he kills me. Mm-hmm. You keep saying that. The man wears a star. He's been sheriff around here a long time. Why does he want to commit murder?
Look, why don't we stop talking about it and I'll prove it.
With who, me or you?
With me.
You proved it. Now he's gonna have to kill you, too.
You're asking my opinion as an attorney?
I'm also willing to pay for it.
Well, that immediately sets you apart from the other citizens of Riverbend. Just, what do you want to know about Sheriff Booker?
Everything.
It's an order I can't begin to fill. Before Booker, Riverbend was a town torn to pieces every time a herd came up the trail. Riots, fistfights, shootings. Booker said he'd stop all that. Also that he'd work without salary.
He, kept the fines.
In lieu of wages?
License to steal.
That's been said, yes. But it is legal.
Suppose there's no fighting.
Well, that hasn't happened yet. There seems to be no end to, provocation.
Female provocation? They put the drovers in jail, threw a heavy fine at them. The trail bosses had to bail them out or else they couldn't get their herds to the railhead. Man's a thief.
He stays within the law.
I understand that he shot and killed 2 unarmed men in jail.
Prisoners who were trying to escape. Sheriff Booker had to shoot. In self-defense.
There were no witnesses.
As a matter of record, no.
Why don't you get rid of them?
There are a lot of us who'd like to do that. But we keep telling ourselves that he does maintain law and order and that our streets are safe for our women folks at no cost to us. The truth is, Sheriff Claude Booker is a cold-blooded killer. We're afraid of him, Mr. Cartwright. And if you're wise, you will be too.
Got a customer, Hank.
Yeah?
A beer.
And some information.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find Miss Holden? Lila Holden, she works in the saloon.
Wrong saloon. Probably wrong town. Be smart. Right out. Do your asking someplace else. Howdy, Tom. Hi.
Lila Holden, Empire Hotel, room 17.
I'll, take that 10 you offered the bartender. Barbering business ain't been too good lately.
I also do undertaking. Wouldn't surprise me if I had some to do any time now.
All you did was have a drink with him. And he quit his job to help you.
But I didn't need any help. I told him that. I told you that.
Look, Miss Holden. You came to that livery stable. You begged us to tell Candy not to try to escape from Booker's jail. Why?
Did I say that?
Yes, you did. Now, why? Was it because 2 other men had been killed trying to get out of that jail? You were afraid that Candy would be killed, too? Is that it? Is that it?
Yes. Yes, I was.
Now, Miss Holden. Miss Holden, please. Why were those 2 men killed? Why?
Because both of them were trying to help me escape from Riverbend. From Booker.
And Candy was going to help you, too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Holden, is there any tie between you and Booker? I mean, legally, or...
Oh, no. Except a year ago when I came here broken and hungry. He was good to me, that's all. But now, he thinks that he owns me. Twice I got on the stage and he came on and dragged me back.
And yet you work with him. You entice people in so you can throw them into jail and find them.
But because I have to.
You have to?
I thought it was sort of a joke at first.
Very funny joke.
But as soon as I found out what he was up to, I tried to stop.
Did you?
But he wouldn't let me.
He wouldn't let you.
I think you'd better go.
I'll help you get away from this town if you want to.
Oh, I want to more than anything in the whole wide world. But you can't help me. Because Booker will find out about it, and he'll find some excuse to put you in jail
and give me a chance to escape and kill me when I try.
Yes.
Here's $300. That should get you far enough away from Booker that he'll never find you.
I can't. Why, 2 men have been killed already.
Booker's been able to get away with murder twice. He can't a 3rd time. In fact, I know that he can't. You take that. I'm sorry I badgered you before. You pack your things. I'll be here tomorrow morning and I'll walk you to that stage.
someplace, Lila? Where is it?
I don't know what you mean.
The getaway money Cartwright gave you.
Oh, no, please. I'll give you half of it.
No chance.
200?
No.
250. I'll need 50 for the stage.
You got yourself a deal. 50.
You won't tell Booker. You promise.
Yeah, I promise.
Told you to be here at 5 o'clock. An hour late.
You know something, Booker? You really locked horns with a big one this time.
Yeah, who's that?
Ben Cartwright. I looked him up in the files of the Gazette.
I didn't know you could read.
Well, go ahead and make jokes. But there's nobody in Nevada bigger than Ben Cartwright. He can have the whole state right down on top of you.
You sound scared.
No, I'm not scared, Booker. I'm just smart. I know when it's time to move on.
Warren, why don't you go over to the saloon and get drunk, put it on my bill? I'll take care of Cartwright.
Then you'll do it alone, Booker.
You haven't said it all yet. Come on, what's the rest of it?
Cartwright's got Lila.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I did what you told me. I followed him. It took him a while to find her, but he found her.
She ain't going no place.
Booker, Ben Cartwright's gonna walk her to the stage in the morning. And if you try to stop him, he'll have the Attorney General here. Good luck. Oh, that 5 I borrowed? Take it out of my pay, and what's left, send it to the Fargo Hotel in Sacramento.
Straight.
Yeah, I heard a shot, and I run out of the stable, and I seen Ben Cartwright duck into an alley.
It's good enough. Hank?
Well, I seen someone running. I didn't get a very good look at him. It might have been Ben Cartwright.
It was Ben Cartwright.
I guess it was.
Sheriff Booker, what can I do for you?
I want to see your gun.
Oh, can you tell me why?
When I'm ready. Just give me your gun. Fresh cleaned. But it took me 10 minutes to find you. In 10 minutes, you could have cleaned it twice. You're under arrest.
Well, what charge?
First-degree murder. You shot and killed Deputy Harn.
When was I supposed to have done that?
I don't try to be funny, Mr. Cartwright. You know when. I was crossing the street when I heard a shot. I saw you run out of my office. I went straight into the office. Nobody there but Harn, shot in the back.
You sure it was me that you saw?
Positive. I wasn't the only one that saw you. I got 2 other witnesses right here.
I seen you, Cartwright. Plain as plain. I'll swear to that.
I suppose you saw me, too.
I seen you.
Well, it looks like I'm going to need a good lawyer, doesn't it?
You're going to need more than that. I got to Harn while he was still alive. With his last breath, he said you shot him.
You have a
Dying man's last statement and 3 eyewitnesses. I don't suppose it'd do any good for me to say that I didn't do this, that I'm not guilty. Not a bit. Let's go. Do you mind if I get my coat? I'm sure you know the mayor of Riverbend, Mr. Corker Samuels. Councilman, Mr. Purdy. Mr. Slatter. Mr. Elmont. And of course, you know Miss Holden.
What are they doing here?
We've been talking about you, Sheriff. These gentlemen know all about you. But I had to explain to them why you killed those 2 men you had locked up in your jail, because they tried to help Miss Holden get away from this town and from you. I told them that I would help her get away. And because of that, you'd come after me and arrest me. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. For something I didn't do.
You're lying. He's just trying to get out of the murder of Horn. Why, I got witnesses.
Of course you have. That was a surprise. You're killing your deputy to get at me. But I was expecting something. And that's why we've been here, together, for the past 2 hours. Waiting for you.
If you hadn't kept trying to get away, I wouldn't. But you're gonna pay too, same as me.
Miss Holden has agreed to turn state's evidence. In appreciation, the court will undoubtedly treat her with leniency.
How about me? I could use some leniency.
Yeah, we're all packed and ready to move out. Take it easy. We'll see you around, huh?
Yeah. Leave now?
Yeah. All ready to move out.
You need another hand, Mr. Cartwright?
Yeah, I guess we could use another hand. Come on up.